check, energy, check, 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 energy, check, you know there's no way, they can compare that spot, I mean there's no way, what, I mean, check, energy, check, hit that, one time, yeah. Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah. What's the vibes? Energy, check, 1, 2, check, energy, check, 1, 2, check, all systems go, check, yeah, check, Hustle man, what's good, Brody? What's pimpin', scrap? Hustle man, he from my era, the crack era, he from my era. What's good? Energy, check, 1, 2, check, energy, check, he from my era, check, energy, check, we got Angie, baby, energy, check, you know the vibe when I come through, yeah, Samsu, yeah, energy, check, yo, salute, man, you know the vibes, yeah, hell yeah, it's Bronx energy all day, every day, you know what I'm saying, authentic, right, al dente, make them noodles, you know what I'm saying? Angie, baby, what's poppin'? What's good, everybody? You know the vibes. Yeah, you hear that police siren in the background. We in the trenches forever. I love it here. They be like, but why are you still there? Because I want to be, okay? Because I love it here. Angie, baby, you know the vibes. What's poppin', boo? What's good? Yeah. You know, I think about a lot of things, right? And I know people, they be like, you know, like, I respect everybody's shit, bro. Yo, Bronx, Lebanon, salute that my son was born there. Yeah. Bronx, Lebanon, Grand Concourse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl, born in stinking Lincoln. Yeah. We that deep in the BX over here. So, you know, salute to everybody that moved and they went away and you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it real. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real, man. If you like it, I love it. But what I don't like is like when people leave, they be like, "Oh, you still there? Like you was from here? Why would you say that?" This is a beautiful area, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in the mix, you don't got nothing to worry about, right? If you're not in it, you're not in it no more. That's it. Like you could have a regular life in the Bronx, right? And just like anywhere else, there's pow-pows and blow-blows and, you know, there's guns everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So people be like, oh, it's dangerous. It's dangerous everywhere. It's dangerous everywhere. But because it's the Bronx, they try to put that whole shit. Yo, salute to Vice City. Yes, sir. Bryant Avenue. Yes, sir. Longfellow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. East Tremont. Yes, sir. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. East Tremont. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ellesmere. Marmion. What? Shout out to Fairmont. LaFontaine. Prospect. What? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, when I was Crotona Park, what? That's my hood. That's my whole area right there. That's where I grew up. Right there. You see where you just at? Boom. Right there. I was right there on Tremont, Southern Boulevard. Right there. Ellesmere. Salute to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? From over there. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But that's our past. Not to be what's the word? Because we evolve, we grow up, and we have kids of our own, and we're happy that what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh shit. The same people, man. That shit crazy, man. Salute to Hustle Man. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Certain people, you know what I'm saying? They passed last year. I don't want to put the names because it connects too many dots. Shout out to Joseph Hall. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. If you know, you know, Hustle Man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Scott. You know what I'm saying? There you go. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, man. A lot of people. Yo, forget it. They used to throw. Remember they used to do the block parties right there in Joseph Hall. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Salute to everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we all grew up. We all grew away from that, and that was a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Rest in peace, a lot of the guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, man. So, we're the ones that we still here, but I don't look down on my city, man. I can never do that. I can't look down on where on the architecture, on the blueprint of where I came from. My DNA is here. You feel me? Like you could be a product of your environment. You could rise above it. I always talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my kids, bro, because my kids are a product of my mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always let them know, like, oh, we from here, but you can do amazing things. A lot of people, yeah, we the last left. That's a fact. Shout out to DG popping in. So, that was a time. It was a beautiful mess. It was like, if you could go back and play certain things in your brain, the good and the bad, because I've been through it all. You know what I'm saying? Some people will be like, damn, son, all that, you went through all that and you still there? By choice, yes. Because I could have been upped out of here, bro. I could have been said, you know what? Threw my little hobo knapsack in my back and just kept it pushing. But I said, nah, I love it here. You feel me? And I do go like on vacations and shit like that. I'll be out, you know what I'm saying? When I need a little break, whatever. But when I come back home, what? Yo, when the plane lands, right? When the plane's landing, right? When I see my city from 30,000 feet coming back into my city, right? I'm like, yeah, man, there's nothing like it, bro. And it's like that maybe for other people in their cities, right? But definitely when I come home and I see at nighttime too, when you motherfucking the planes coming back from wherever the fuck I came from, when it's doing that, and I'm looking right out the window of the plane, and I'm looking in awe because I went to every city, but nothing looks like my city, bro. Nothing looks like it. And that's why everybody from around the world comes here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we leave and go other places, but more people come here than we go to other places. That descent is crazy, right, Hustle Man? When that plane comes in, and it's nighttime too, like nighttime, because in the daytime you really can't really, you know what I'm saying? There'd be a lot of smog and shit, so you can't really see. But nighttime, that plane starts to descend, right? And you're looking at everything. You can see the city skyline. You can see all the lights, all the bridges, right? You see everything. You see the heartbeat of the city when it's descending. When the plane's descending, you can feel it. It's an energy that I cannot explain. I can't explain. I looked at a video I had in my phone last night, right? I'm laying down in the bed, and it was I came back from Puerto Rico. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, damn, son, like my city is beautiful, you know? And no matter what, Nobody could ever shit on it. Like, and they try, right? And salute to everybody and where you from, because you should feel like that. Where you from, you should feel like that. You understand? This is my DNA. This is my DNA. New York City, this is my DNA. There's only two other cities I love as much as New York City, man. And it's crazy, right? Not as much, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was there and I loved it. Like, oh wow, I love this city. This shit is cool. Like I loved it. And that was Boston and Connecticut. Salute to Boston and Connecticut. I don't know why, but I love it. When I'm there, I feel like I'm home. Right? That's it. Like that. I can't name another city after that, because I was in Cleveland, and it felt like the trenches. I'm not gonna lie, because when I went out there, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Cleveland, y'all gotta do some work, man. But salute to Cleveland. They got a lot of work they need to do. I'll tell y'all this straight up. I was just there, and I was like, whoo. Yo, React. I'm dead ass React. I was in Cleveland. I was in downtown Cleveland. I'm gonna keep it. I gotta keep it. Like I gotta keep it like funky, bro. That shit was the Bronx, but it was bad. It was a little worse than the Bronx. And I knew from the moment I walked through that park, that little middle park, from coming out the station real quick, because I was looking for the liquor store, right? You know, we got real stories here. I'm looking for the liquor store. I'm like, yo, I need a liquor store, man. Where the liquor store at? Yo, why the liquor store was like 10 blocks away, man. I was like, God dang, I need more. But it is what it is. The police out there, they at war. This is, yo, I'm telling y'all this from the ground floor. The police and the people, there's things going on. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, there was literally a protest about a week before I got there, right? And you know, I spoke to the officer. You know what I'm saying? Because the officer actually approached, you know, the group I was with. They was like, yo, this area here, it get real shaky. You know, I could tell y'all not, like, from here, and you know, just for y'all safety, y'all, y'all gotta like either come in the building or just like not congregate here, because they don't want, you know, the surrounding elements to think it's okay to be at that particular area. And you know, I understood exactly what the officer was saying. I was like, oh shit, word, like wow, it get crazy there. It gets that little area gets crazy, like literally shootouts every couple of hours type shit. Like Afghanistan, right? So we respected it. I was like, you know what I'm saying? And plus I got open bottle, open container, man. I'm not from there. I'm like, oh shit, let me get out of here. I'm like, all right, officer, you feel it's all good. React, what you said, because you could be from any hood in the world, but be placed in a random hood and end up clutching your purse type shit. And that's my problem, React. See, me, I feel I'm comfortable everywhere, but I don't overstep. Like, just because I'm from New York, because you got some weirdo New York dudes that think because you from here, right? And I'm calling it out, that you Superman everywhere. Nah, you gotta respect everywhere you go, because you a visitor. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't bring your shoes in the crib. You're not gonna walk all over your crib with your sneakers. Don't do that in somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Play your position. You don't gotta be twat waffle, but you're not home. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be scared, but just be chill, because people could feed off that energy. They could feed off of that. So, you know, I'm there. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm regular. I'm looking for the. You know what I'm saying? I did bump into a dude that migrated from Queens when I went to the liquor store. It was a dude. He was doing security, and I ain't never seen security in a liquor store. There it goes right there. I never seen security in a liquor store until I went to Cleveland. But homie was cool. You know what I'm saying? He was real. He was real with it. And he was like, yo, I'm from Queens, and I could tell you from New York. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't tell he was from, because I think he been out there too long. So you start to pick up, you know, from where you at. That happens. So, but he was cool. Eventually, You know, I got to my destination where I needed to be or whatever. But Cleveland is crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like North Carolina is really nice. You know what I'm saying? I love North Carolina. It's really nice. South Carolina too. Shout out to North and South Carolina. But just rewinding it back, it's not. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I love New York City, man. I love New York City. And you should visit it. Like if you're not from here, you should definitely visit it. You know, it's not crazy. Like it's crazy, but it's not crazy like people say it's crazy. Like crazy's everywhere. It's just that there's more saturation of people here, so you see more things, and because there's cameras now, you see more things more frequently. You know, like the time when I was on the train going home, and the dude was doing a whole line. You know, he had the $100 bill with the stuff, and he was, you know what I'm saying? I can't say too much because I'm on YouTube, but he was doing some things he shouldn't have been doing, and talking to himself. And I'm there like, look at this shit here. This is crazy. This is crazy. I posted that too. I remember I posted it on TikTok, and they boomed it. Posted it where else I posted it? They was like, it was just some shit, man. BX Mel, salute to BX Mel. Yo, Mel, there's nothing like New York. That's basically what I was saying. If you just now tuning in and shit, like you know when you coming home at night on the plane, and you looking at the you know the like the city from 30,000 feet up high, you like, damn man, my city's beautiful. You know, it's when you touch down and you go to certain areas, you like, whoa, PU. I'm not gonna lie, it stinks. There's certain spots where you be like, phew, woo, it stank. You know? But overall, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it, man. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody that understands that. My DNA is here, bro. But we do have a lot of people that made the Bronx look really bad. I ain't gonna lie. On YouTube, but you be like, man, why you gotta be from where I'm from? Like you don't even rep it the right way. And then you got people that they used to be in my city, but they don't live in my city no more. But they act like they still from the city and know what's going on. And you ain't been here in 20 years. You can't talk about this. I feel like if you haven't been here for like 10 years, if you haven't been in New York City for 10 years, that's it. Talk about where you from. You got new experiences, bro. Like you've been living over there for 10 years. If you don't like it or you miss it over here so much, come back. They be like, yo, I love New York, but you don't live here. You don't want to come back. And that's okay. That's okay. But don't shit on the city, man, just cause you know, got up out of here. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do that. City's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, man. BXMO said, yep, just look at that spot and carbon monoxide in the atmosphere you're from. You don't see it at nighttime though, Mel. Like you don't see it at night. It's clear up there. You see the whole city, bro. You're like, damn, it look nice up here, man. Yeah. It's in the daytime. Like if you flying out in the daytime, you know, yeah, it's different. Oh my God. Yo, can I ask y'all a question? What was the longest time y'all ever been at the gate of an airport when you're coming in to where you need to be? What's the longest time that you had to sit on the plane before you got out of the plane to leave the airport? I need to know. Because, man, he said moving is definitely in the future plans, though. Mel, I'm going to keep it real. Remember what we spoke about? Oh, what was it, a couple weeks ago? You was 4 hours? Not. Wait. Inside of the plane? No, you was not in the plane 4 hours, bro. I'm talking about sitting in the plane waiting to get out the plane. Angie said a half an hour. BXMO, I'm talking about when you sitting in the plane, everybody's in the plane, and you waiting to leave the plane, you know, after you land. What's the longest time you was sitting in there? Just sitting down. I tell you mine. An hour and 20 minutes. And I could not believe that. I was like, I've been in this plane We landed, and I've been on the plane waiting to leave the plane for an hour and 20 minutes. This is before you go get your bags and everything. Like, yo, what is going on? That's the one thing I can't stand, that you cannot. Oh, it was a police investigation. What? Oh, they serve drinks though. I would have just went to sleep, man. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, 4 hours, Mel. 4 hours. I'm not gonna lie. Did you get you? I know you went. Did you go to the desk and told them? Did they give you free some food or something? They gave you like a food voucher. What they gave you? Cause they would have had to compensate me for them 4 hours, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's 4 hours, bro. That's 4 hours, man. You ain't never getting them 4 hours back. Angie said a half an hour. That's beautiful though. Like, I could wait a half an hour. I don't know about 4 hours. Yo, 912, what's popping, man? What's popping? Happy Wednesday, bro. But what was they investigating? Did they tell you, or they say, oh, we can't talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not able to discuss it. You said we got complimentary flight points. Man, I ain't gonna front. I would have cursed them out. Flight points. What makes you think I want to fly with y'all again? Like, I might fly with somebody else. Give me, you know what I'm saying? That airplane food costs a lot of money though. Man. Yo, people don't know. Like, if you don't travel, you better make sure you have some money on you, because you're gonna get hungry, and you might want to spend $20 on a burger, no fries, man. You gonna you get hungry on that plane. You can't even pregame eating before you get in the airport. Just get ready. You said they gave us some food and drink. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Yeah, I probably would have been like, whatever, man. Whatever. Damn, 4 hours though. You know what's crazy? I can't even talk shit. Cause one time I went to Ohio with my cousin, and there was a overturned tractor trailer and on the highway. It was so much bad shit going on. We ended up, what was it? 24 hours on that bus. It was supposed to be like 9 hours, 10 hours, and it turned into 24 hours, dude. I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro. Unbelievable. Sheesh. I was like, I couldn't do it. Yo, guys, make sure to hit that like button when you come in. You know the vibes, man. This is a small channel. Every like matters. Every single like. Unfortunately, that's how the algorithm works. Thank you, number 4. I appreciate that. I know sometimes we forget. I forget sometimes, but then I'll be like, I gotta hit that like button. Boop. But yeah, we talking about like cities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you love your city, you should love your city, wherever you from. Like, if you grow up and that's your DNA. But do you think there's exceptions to that? Because I feel maybe there should be an exception to that. Because maybe somebody really did have it like super crazy, right? BX will say even whack lives matter. Hit the like word. Yo, Mel. Facts. YouTube violated the last time when I was live though. You know, I played the little Ric Flair skit, and they was already playing games. I was like, you know what? It is what it is, B. It is what it is. But yeah, seriously though, you should love where you from, unless like you really had it rough where you was from. You know, like if you lived in insert name here of city or whatever, and like you got shot 18 times, you know what I'm saying, alive and whatever, and they done robbed you a billion times, and like if you just had a bad run, then I understand why some people would hate like where they from. They're like, yo, man, I had a terrible life living in this area because of XYZ. Then maybe, yeah, I'll be like, yo, well, it makes sense. But not too many people are willing to admit that kind of stuff. They're not gonna admit that. But I can't, like I said, I can't explain it. So, for me, every day is pretty chill. You said YouTube being anti-Semitic towards content again? They always do that, man. You know that, Mel. Come on, man. They run this place. You know what's funny? They run this place, but salute to the Indian people from India. The dude is he's Indian, I think. The dude that's running it now. Rest in peace to the former CEO. I forgot her name. Damn, I used to know it. But yeah, the damn, what's his name? I forgot. They nerfed. I know that they nerfed shorts. So if you do shorts, they nerfed it. They changed a lot of things, man. But going back to what you were saying, Mel, I ain't gonna lie. If Homeboy get elected, I'm out. If Homeboy, and you know who I'm talking about, if Homeboy get elected, I'm out. Yeah. And I think he is getting elected. So they kind of forcing my hand here. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to I think I talked about this too. These nice ladies when I was in Puerto Rico, nice ladies, and they were explaining certain things, and we agreed on many things, and especially that one thing, which is that if that guy, oh, you said Susan Wojcicki, yeah, rest in peace to her. That I think that was a strange. It was. Listen, I'm just not gonna touch on that with Susan Wojcicki, man. Rest in peace. Okay. A lot of businesses are going to leave New York City. That's a fact. And this happened before, long time ago, like where all the businesses up and left, and and it's gonna hurt the city for a minute. But I don't want to be here with that when that fallout happened, because I think he's gonna open the floodgates for a whole lot of bad stuff over here. Can I ask y'all a question, guys? Honestly, this is a question, right? What do you guys think about Trump enacting? And I don't do politics here, but I just want to know how y'all feel about Trump enacting the National Guard, or activating the National Guard in certain cities like Chicago and DC. Let me know how y'all feel about that. How y'all feel about that? Oh man, sorry about your ears. I didn't mean to smack that. He said, "Did you see him attempting to bench press a 135?" Who was that? Oh, you talking about homie? You couldn't pick that up? That's crazy, man. You said the National Guard should have been in a city called Chirac, in my opinion. Yo, Mel, you see? The hot take, right? Hot take. I believe. Yeah. If you in a city where it's just lawlessness like that to that degree, you gotta kind of like wrangle it a little bit. Especially it's a blue state. People, I don't even think, right, they're not allowed to carry anything over there. Like normal citizens are not really allowed to have weapons, so they cannot protect themselves. Let me see something. See, and that's what I'll be telling people too about the evolution. I'm from certain stuff, but yeah, you evolve. Hey,
Day Sage.
is it legal to carry firearms in Chicago?
In Chicago, it's legal to carry firearms if you have a concealed carry license, CCL. The state of Illinois issues these licenses, but Chicago has additional restrictions on where you can carry your firearm. So you got to follow some extra rules within the city.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you say what's up to the chat? BXMail912, Angie Baby, shut up and React TV.
Shout out to React TV and Angie Baby. Keep doing your thing.
You kind of missed the other people, but I guess that's okay. Just say shout out to the chat then.
Shout out to the chat. Hope y'all are having a great day.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Yeah. See, that AI is scary, huh? Tell me that AI is scary. You seen that shit, Mel? You seen that? Yo, Mel, I know you not, but I know you ain't bugging. The AI did not want to say everybody's name. All right, we got you though. He said, but what about when we are being baited by fake news, and then when we act out, we are the bad guys. That's a fact. We're always trying to be baited by the fake news and all that stuff. And I think the problem is that there's a shift. There's a paradigm shift between the age gaps. Because if you're a millennial, a zennial, right, or Generation X, right, Generation X, millennial or zennial, there is a conscious gap. There's a conscious gap between the people that are like 30 and under, right? We don't agree. We're not going to agree with them on many things, many things. And we're not talking about like us being boomers, because we're not boomers. That's our parents, right? The boomers are our parents. We grew up in a time where we understand both having technology and not having technology. Shout out to Crown Kizzle. Okay, 912 said the news channels are controlled and it's all governed. They want us to turn against one another, have a civil war so they can carry out their agendas. I'm gonna get right back to that one. Angie baby, that's why they do that weird stuff to push us to our limits and blame us and enact martial law, no more rights. Okay, you can say crack era. So Big Mel, we back in the crack era. Time to dust off the old scale. Hey yo, 912 said we have the balance of being with or without. That's a fact. Hold that thought, y'all. People that love me ain't subscribed to me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to hit that like button. Hold on. Where's that at? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, you know how that goes, man. They, you know. Yo, but yeah. Damn, you said no, it's only one agenda being pushed on USA News. That's a hot take. And you know what's funny? They'll try to say that BXML is being right. I don't have to say what they'll say BXML, because he's not. And if you know BXML and you speak to BXML, you know that that's not on his brain. Like, he's not. But they try to make it a racial thing. But I'm like, is it a race? Like, listen, man, there's so much we could talk about with that particular. And I don't have no problem with no peoples. I don't have, like, we love everybody. If you love us, we love you. If you don't love us, then it's fuck you. That's it. That's it. I think that's fair, right? Because if they for theirs, and if they ain't fucking with us, we ain't gotta fuck with you. We don't gotta fuck. Listen, it could go both ways. It could go both ways, and it shouldn't be a problem. I think the problem is that they try to force it into a problem by making it like, listen, every race on this planet, a lot of them will not interact, intermingle, have children, or do anything with other races. And that's okay. See, we could respect it without it being a problem. Right? Like, okay, that's how y'all want to roll. That's cool. We know who you are, what you are, and where to keep you. And I think that's the most beautiful thing, to know who you are, what you are, and where we got to keep you. And that's your God-given right to not want to do the co-mingling and all. And I think the problem is that now everybody's trying to force unity. You cannot force unity. It has to be something that you grew up with. And I think that's the advantage that we have, being people of color born in cities that have a diverse culture. This is our advantage, because we've been interacting with all races all of our lives. You understand? And I'll keep it real. I know, like, I've interacted probably with racist people, but they didn't display it to me there. So, and I think that's what was lost, is that, yo, bro, you could keep your racism internally. I respect it. Like, if you do it outwardly too, I respect it, as long as you're not disrespectful. Does that make sense to y'all? Because we can agree at least to that, right? There's gonna be people we meet. There's gonna be people we do business with. There's gonna be stores we purchase from. There's gonna be landlords, right, that we give rent to. There's, that may not like our particular race, but I don't care, right? Is that a problem? Like, I don't care. I'm like, whatever, man. Cause one day you gonna take a dirt nap with me. We all taking dirt naps together. We gotta take dirt naps, nigga. It's over. So, yeah, I don't know. Just I try to spread good energy while I'm here on this planet. You feel me? In this form. That's it. BX said, I'm gonna just hold on, BX. I gotta do it a different way. I gotta use. I don't know if I can say that word. Right? Check it out. Analyzing is a real thing. People have to look at alternate forms of news on some real. Nobody really watches news no more. So you see that same news that they control. The only people that's really watching regular TV, and this is a fact, are our parents, the boomers. If you're getting legacy news, it's I believe, like, I don't know. Okay, if you're getting regular news or fake news, it's because you are invested in watching that fake and regular news. I don't watch the news. I see, like, all my alternative news comes from like articles, right? And then from that article, what I like to do is cross-reference that article with multiple articles, because one article could be left-leaning, another article could be right-leaning, and then there's the content gaps. There's gaps in particular news that they don't cover, right? So I'm looking at the nooks and the crannies, and I'm like, all right, I see what they're trying to do here. But I don't think everybody has that brain to do that, right? There's, you know what I'm saying? I know BXML is very open-minded. Like, we're not watching one thing and like, no, we gotta kind of question this a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? There's too much. This is too much shit going on. You say you watch more news on YouTube than on TV. Yeah, there's a lot of intriguing, and that's what scared legacy media. Legacy news is scared because YouTube, the rise of social media in general, can clip narratives in a heartbeat. It's just clip a narrative. So, I mean, you're gonna see that a lot. You're gonna definitely see that a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube news, but I also cross-reference it with other news as well. Because you should, honestly, you shouldn't watch just one person just feeding you, right? I'll give you an example of that. The blogger, right? I'm just saying I'm gonna say names. Tisa Tells. Tisa, she's good at what she does. Very good. But she spins a little bit. And it's entertaining, but I know that a lot of times she be adding sauce. And that's the job of the YouTuber, to add sauce, to keep intrigue going. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, you see Mel, no. We watch her. Yeah, Tisa, I caught her a couple times. I'm like, damn, nobody's going to call this out? And then I seen people call it out. And honestly, it was a mess. It was a whole mess. And I was like, I'm still going to watch because it's interesting. You feel me? It's entertainment at the end of the day. Yo, you stupid, Mel. You know, I'll be watching her all right. Yo, Mel, you stupid. Said Melanie King does the same thing too, kind of. They all do it. But this is the thing, Mel. What separates certain content creators from other content creators? Their ability to entertain. They are entertaining. So we are glued. We're glued. We're like, okay, even if they're lying, even if they're spinning, like that's part of the mental gymnastics as you're watching it. It's hitting all the right buttons. It's hitting everything. You're like, okay, you're open-minded. You're intrigued with the topic. You see the mannerisms. Okay, they might sprinkle a little bit of sauce in it. He said it's called the Tasha K handbook. Exactly. That's how Tasha K blew up. Come on. That you got to do it. Look, I said this before. Even Hassan. You got to do it. And that's what makes it, makes the separation. Like some people's willing to do it, some people's not willing to do it. And they're not editing. They're not doing a whole bunch of edits or whatever like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be great at something else. And what are they great at? Capturing your attention, your retention, getting you to hit the like, getting you to comment, rage baiting you, right? It's not hard to do that. But honestly, I would get tired having to do that all the time. Like just rage baiting all the I don't want to do that. Like I think that's what's always gonna keep me at a certain level on YouTube until I decide to say, you know what? But every so often I'll run it up for a little bit and then I'll just go back to my normal cozy shit because I'm not doing all that. I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? The streamers are getting smart too with it because now they over here striking people. Oh, you said Cardi B is on trial right now? Is she on trial for beating up the strippers? Yo, ISO, what's popping? He said Poetic Flacco was good at clickbait and rage bait. Yes. Once you master that art, yes, you're gonna get millions of trolls. And React and I spoke about this the other day. Videos up as an upload if y'all want to see it. Okay? We spoke about that the other day. Certain people are very good at what they do, right? And they get a formula. And that's it. That's the formula. But that's the YouTube formula. You get the people to talk, right? You getting people upset. You getting people that's on your side. The whole point is to have engagement, whether it's good or bad. On YouTube, if you're having good or bad engagement, that's the most amazing thing that you can do on here because it's gonna pay off. You want both. You're not. Oh, again, this. Hold on. You know me, I like to show you better than I can tell you, right? So that ain't it. What the hell? What the helly? It's this one. No, it's not that one. Hold on. Okay, is it this one? Yeah, here it goes. Let me fix this. Sorry about that. Y'all probably got dizzy there for a second. Y'all was dizzy spinning. All right, so yeah. So this video right here, right? React and I spoke in detail about exactly what BXMO said in the chat about Flacco. And again, shout out to Flacco because right now he's got another crazy thing going on and people love it, right? Matter of fact, let's go to Flacco channel real quick so I could give y'all an example. Why are you there? Hold on, why are you there? There's a whole lot of shit going on here. Hold on, let me just move that out the way. There's a whole lot of shit going on. Hold on. She's on trial for assaulting a security guard and slashing her face with her nails. Wow. Okay. Y'all hear that? The fire truck, the heartbeat of the city. Okay, so that would be this one? Nope. I gotta fix this, bro. I gotta fix this. Yeah, I gotta fix this. I don't have nothing ready, man. What's going on here? It's supposed to be this one. All right, let's just fix it, man. All right, because that what is that? That's the. There you go. Boom. I'm just gonna fix it. Boom, because that's where I'm supposed to be. Boom, that's what's supposed to be there. Okay. So he mastered that shit. Oh, look. His uploads is crazy. 9 hours ago, 51K. Oh, we gotta talk about that too. What's up with that that situation with Cat Williams? Somebody had gotten in his house or in the block, something like that. I don't know. But he knows people be trolling him. Look at this. This is the video right here I was watching.
I'm going to antagonize you until one, you apologize and say, hey, Flacco, I didn't mean to threaten you, or you prove you tough. Okay? So I did that. Hernandez Govain never came outside, ain't want no smoke, went back to Memphis.
See what I mean? Like, he knows what he's doing. Okay, so right here he says Flacco, the only one who could stretch out a fitted cap. Like, there's nothing but like trolls in the comments, but they love him. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that. He's like, man, you know that he knows that there's gonna be people that roll with him and don't roll with him. If they like him and don't like him. And when you're a content creator, you cannot care about none of that. You have to be frozen. You gotta be frozen. You know what I'm saying? Engage, depending on what your channel's about, because he does trending topics. You feel me? Like he knows what he's doing. He's doing the trending topics. He's talking about it in detail, very scripted. This video he did about himself right here. Look, poetic. Look at the title. Poetic Flacco career is over after getting exposed by the streets. If he's doing videos on himself, you think he cares about what people saying about him? You understand what I'm saying? He's doing videos on himself. I seen crazy videos. Me and Rack was talking about that. People saying, "Oh, this dude like he smell like, you know, garbage," or some shit like that. I was like, "Oh, please." It's like how the dirty sector is. You know, when they talk about other people, like, get out of here. That shit don't hold no water. Like that lasts what, a week, a day, and so that's all it's worth. But if you're trying to be a real YouTuber, like Flacco, right, then you got to have a different bag. You got to be in a different mind frame. Like, no, you're not going to blow up beefing with people on here. It's not going to work. But if you want to hang out and chill with people on here, you can do that too. But that's all that's ever going to be. Like, you're not going to hit that next level if that's what you're doing. Yep. And I don't know, man. Shout out to Flacco though. He is definitely consistent. I heard the rest of that album too. Like jumping off of that. You already know how I do. I jump different topics all the time on it. That Supreme Clientele too. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. But let me see. Okay. I just got a message now. Guys, I'm gonna be back later. I'm trying to think. I did have a lot of fun. This is definitely a live y'all can rewatch again. Shout out to the members. Let me see. Anything else? Nah, I'll be back. I'll definitely be back later. All right, y'all take it easy. Have a good day. Download on the fun sector if you want to hook your boy up a little bit of action. It's Sage Never Ran, and I'm out.